Hey,
It is
we
Friday.
counted you down to the weekend, and hey guys, we are here today talking about policing the police.
That's
Now,
the. I thought you said it's better to be carried by
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about
six
policing the
than
police, and that
I get the saying wrong.
that brings me to my it's not a favorite quote of mine that my dad used to say all the time. It's called he said, "Hey, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6." And that's that old saying is an inspiration for the merchandise that our guest today has as she's keeping us safe and prosperous,
Prosperous.
utilizing her nonprofit management skills, merchandise to remind us that hey, we can all be safe and prosperous as long as we just work together as a community. And that's what KUSP, keeping us safe and prosperous, is all about with Jay Boone today. But before we do, speaking of being judged by 12, I got a good story about being judged by, let's see, tree, wind, river, grass, 4.
Oh, okay. Because
All right.
TWP popcorn is like, hey, what's popping? This is what's popping. The 5 minute story time as we get into why it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by six. Alive than not alive.
All right. So long ago in a far off land, there was a farmer that was in his barn cleaning his tools. When all of a sudden he came across the biggest rock python ever to live hiding in the rafters of the barn. The snake dropped down in front of the farmer and said, "Please hide me. All the other farmers tried to kill me. Please allow me to hide till it's safe for me to go back out again." The farmer said, "Yes, the other farmers tried to kill you because you eat our chickens, our calves, and our goats. You frighten our women and children when they come to the garden where you built your nest. You are a major problem. So, yes, I'll hide you all right. I'll remove your hide and make myself a new pair of shoes." The snake said, "Oh, wait, please, why must you kill me? Just because I do what I must do to survive. I don't have hands and arms like you do, so I do what snakes do to eat. Nobody tries to kill you when you cut down a tree or you take water from the river to survive. Why am I any different?" The farmer thought about this and allowed the snake to hide under a bale of hay. When all the other farmers passed by and finished their search for the snake, he said, "Okay, you can come out now." And the snake crawled out. He said, "Thank you, my friend. My name is Ojola." He said, "Well, Ojola, you can go out that door and never return, but remember your promise." But that's when Ojola began to coil around the farmer. "Yes, I did promise that I would never eat your chickens, calves, and goats again. But you, my friend, you are not a chicken, you are not a calf, and you are not a goat. You are a man, and you are fair game. And I am hungry, so I must eat you." The farmer stood there in fear and said, "But Ojola, when two people can agree on something, we have to go before others to be judged to see who is right and who is wrong." Ojola said, "Yes, but we will not go before another man because he will take your side. Let us go before nature and let them judge." Still caught around the farmer, the Ojola and the farmer went towards the trees, the grass, the river, and the wind, and told their stories. And each of them had their own judgment. The tree said, "You cut me down to build houses when you after I give you fruit, so I show you no mercy. Ojola, eat the farm." The grass said, "I agree. I grow grazing grounds for his cattle, but he then wants to burn me when it's time to plant a new crop. So Ojola, go ahead and eat the farm." The river said, "The two of you are correct. I flow freely, but when I overflow my banks in the rainy season, he, instead of taking the water from me and using it for his livestock and his family and thanking the Lord for me, what he does is throw boulders in me to stop me from running freely and curses me all the way. So I will show the farmer no mercy. Ojola, go ahead and eat the farm." The wind was different. The wind said, "All things have been created to be what they are, who they are, and to do what they must do to survive. So, Ojola, this is a day for celebration." And she set before them two drums, and they began to play and play. And the wind danced and said, "Ojola, you are a snake, and snakes must do what they must do to survive. So, Ojola, since you are a snake and it is in your nature to eat a man, go ahead and eat the farmer." Then the wind danced around the man and said, "Farmer, you are a man, and it is in your nature to not be eaten by a snake. So, farmer, don't be eaten by Ojola." And when the farmer realized Ojola had let him go to play his drum, the farmer said, "Thank you, wind," and began to run back towards his barn. Ojola was so angry and said, "When you tricked me out of my food, now I must catch him again." And the wind said, "Happy hunting, Ojola. I hope you like fast food." Ojola chased the farmer all the way back to the barn, and when he went into the barn, all you could hear was whack! And out walked the farmer, carrying Ojola over his shoulder. And the farmer said, "Snake skins. I got me a large snake skin, shoes and belts and bags, my friend, made out of this large snake skin." So, in this story, it was better to be judged by 4 than carried by 1. And that was the end of that.
Woo! Good stuff. Philip Waldo is driving and listening. And of course, Gail at Night is reminding everybody, if you like that story, if you like this content, you've gotten value in this first 5 minutes, give us a like, a thumbs up, subscribe. Mary Madepoju, my favorite Nigerian, is here, along with Melissa Jane. They are waiting to hear from our guest today because she's the one. Melissa Jane already has hashtag the home team in there. So thanks for putting that in. Our guest today is the one that says her slogan is
judged by 12.
It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So let's bring her right on in. Let's say good morning to her. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. Oh, that was amazing. I love that story.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it really resonates with your life, your motto. We are so happy and excited to have you here because, wow.
So, Jay, we talk about your business is called Keeping Us Safe and Prosperous.
Yes.
And you have an interesting background because most people say they're a military brat, but you're not a brat at all. You're actually a military person that grew up in the military with a military mom and dad that did 20 plus years in the serving the country. But your mom was had an interesting position. Your mom was a military police officer. So you got to see the good of being a police officer. But in regular civilian society, you also got to see the not so good. So how did that shape you traveling around the different countries and seeing your mom's work experience? How did that shape your vision for keeping us safe and prosperous, or KUSP?
Well, thank you for having me on this show. I really appreciate to, be here for the platform and to share with you. My organization definitely comes from a lot of the background of being raised, like you said, by a military mom who was a police officer. So she's also a Black female. So when you look at that, the components of that, the power structures and the things that she had to deal with, both in the uniform and outside of the uniform, it definitely shaped how my perception on how the world views me, but also how I can view the world and how I can also maybe change the world for the better in that.
So basically, you use that to catapult your vision into how you can work how you built your business of keeping us safe and prosperous.
Now that's KUSP. We're gonna say it like of course, you're giving us the full name, Keeping Us Safe and Prosperous. That's what KUSP stands for, because I know we are KUSP. That's your website. Gail at Night is definitely dropping all of the links. He's one of our favorite moderators. Thank you. Of course, Philip Waldo Jr. is a favorite, but anyway.
Now, I did try to convince Jay to change her business name to Keeping Us Safe and Secure. That way her acronym could be KUSP. She can buy that one.
Right. So getting back to the whole point of this right here. Again, you were saying, Corey, her company is keeping us
safe and prosperous with KUSP. And so a lot of that, there's a lot of project management that goes into that. There's a lot of merchandise. We're going to talk about that. And you also have your own different platforms that you're using to get the message out, different events you're doing, special events. Can you tell everybody about how you actually incorporate sports into KUSP mission?
Yes. So, right now, one of the initiative programs that we're working with, we're actually partnering with the Crown Project.
Say that again, with which project?
With the Crown Project. My apologies. Crown, so CROWN. It's run by Reverend Primus Page and Travis as well. And they're both two reverends that kind of just came together and are helping the community. And they were able to reignite the Nighthawks program, which was around a few years ago, but obviously had kind of dwindled down. And then with COVID, a lot of the youth centers were also closed. We've been seeing a huge rise in gun violence in the area. So they took the initiative to put that project back out into the public. And so they were able to use 3 youth centers in Norfolk, Berkeley Center, Young's Terrace, and Huntersville, and they've been able to, since July, so about 16 weeks of us being able to come together Friday and Saturday nights from 9 p.m. to 12 and let the youth play games, play basketball together, come together. They actually have a championship game coming on October 15th. It's going to be at the Kroc Center. Doors open at 7:30. It is a free event for the community. It's going to be great for everyone to come out there, celebrate the kids, celebrate the completion of this great program, and then also to see some of the vendors that are out there and the organizations and businesses. And if any of your audience or anyone watching has an organization or business or anything that is a resource for the community, please contact them, contact KUSP, so that we can make sure that you have a place there, because this is really a showing of really what I also obviously believe. Together is the only way that we're going to accomplish anything. And it's about using our resources, coming together, and serving a purpose, so that we can, continue to make our community better. And so with that as well, I'm also partnering with them. They're doing a youth after school program after this one. After the Nighthawks program finishes, they will be doing a youth program Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursday evenings. So if you have youth that are 7 to 13 that need an outlet, some tutor, they need help, they need any type of just place to go, this is a great program to get involved with and support, as well as to use their services. So
I'm looking here at your Instagram. Of course, Gail is dropping all of your links and all of those kinds of things. And so here you are showing that, okay, the Nighthawks, we can follow your Instagram. So yes. This way, and you have video clips, like there actually are ball players out there on the court. The program is happening. There you are. You all have food. There's so many different things. So when you say keeping us safe and prosperous, it's not just you yourself saying, hey, everybody, let's just chit chat about how we can police the police and make sure they are not policing us. You're like, hey, let's just be a community, right? And keep ourselves prosperous out here by partnering with each other, having community events, so that people are having safe events, so that people have food, so they have safe meals. A lot of people, they aren't nourished properly for a lot of different reasons, and that results in a lot of different things. People have to they have to find their food in different ways, right? So you're like, we can solve a lot of these problems. So that means for people watching for Kenya, now EK is actually in Texas right now. He is from Kenya. Abe was recently in Jamaica. So this is something where, if EK was here in this area, and he's like, I got a 7-year-old, I got a 12-year-old, I got a whatever. Yeah. They can come out. Let's say if they want to participate, but they don't want to ball play, can anyone participate in different aspects of it? So is there a fee for the food? Are there complimentary meals if they aren't in the program? How does that work?
Yeah, so that's been the great part of it. It is literally, if you are awake, if you're a part of the community, please come out. If you're out doing something, we'd rather you do it in a safe environment. I'd rather you come out and be around people in your community and just vibe off of each other. So we've been able to every Friday and Saturday, we've been able to supply meals. I'm affectionately called the fruit lady, because I will come in with whatever, pineapples, watermelon, whatever I can get my hands on for nourishment. And actually, it's so funny to just watch the kids, like their eyes light up. Like you see, I think we had pizza one night, but like I have like pineapple and stuff. You would think that I was literally handing out like gold nuggets, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh my God. So it's just been, that part of it has just been so much fun, just because like you're just interacting, you're just having a good time. And that's the only purpose of it, is just to come out and just have a good space and good time. And so it's been really a great opportunity in that. So yeah, you come in, you come watch the game, come support, have a good time, eat, be merry. It's no charge. Please take something with you. A lot of times things that people, please take it with you. We have it and eat and be good, and know that we fed you, and everything is good. So yeah, it's coming. So
Yeah, Rambo is saying hello. Rambo is a Jamaican in the UK, and he's saying hello. He's probably growing pineapple where he is because he's an amazing grower. He has a farm and all of those good things, and he does create that kind of content. And Philip Waldo Jr., he says he used to go to Huntersville to swim, and so all of these things, people are like they see the value, right? It really resonates. Of course, Mary Mati Poju sees the value because she's like, as usual. Now she's a beautiful content creator, a businesswoman herself. As usual, our guest is the epitome of brains and beauty, Black excellence. What were you going to say, Corey?
I was going to say, now you also have an interesting. Speaking of part of the mission of what KUSP does, keeping us secure and prosperous. What you're going to do, what you do now is we're going to show that because that might be part of the giveaway, depending on where the winner lives. Is that you
wait, she's giving us something today too.
Right.
But not for the first giveaway, y'all.
Y'all know
giveaway. You got to put in hashtag the home team, the way Melissa Jane. Wait, TWP Popcorn put in hashtag home team.
The home team.
The home team. Put in hashtag the home team. So that way G Albert is here. He might win. OG Patrice is here too, Corey.
Hey, OG Patrice keeping herself safe and prosperous, secure and prosperous with her 45 piece on her hip.
Yeah, she gunslinging. But G Albert and Praying Couple Cooking Series. We didn't wait for y'all. We just started the show because we knew you were coming.
Hey, DJ Vince and his
Lady Bling.
Lady Bling. We know that they got one of those cutout Bibles where it's like it's a hollow Bible. They got their pieces. They got their pistols in their Bible.
They are not.
No, they're not gunslinging. But
Thank you, Philip.
Jay, one of the things that you've done is making people aware of that. The fact we say police to the police, but that doesn't mean like you go around being a vigilante. But you have a way for people to communicate that they might be concerned about police and interactions. So explain the decal that you have.
Yeah, so even though my mother was a police officer, I've always been uncomfortable with police interactions. And I think when I started my organization, I started more so about making sure that resources were met. But as 2020 progressed, I definitely saw a need for us to figure out a way for us to, in the interim of us waiting for reform and policy change and all of these different things, to figure out a way to really watch out for each other.
So just a second, Jay, because people are probably like, why she got these cars up here? This orange decal on the screen is on the back of someone's car. This purple one here on the screen, it's on the back of someone's car. I think you all can see that fairly well. Mm-hmm. So this is the decal that we're referring to that people can order. And so they can order that right from your website. So go ahead, finish. And I just wanted to let people know, like, hey, are they talking about? Yes, this decal right here.
Yeah, so the decal that you're seeing is basically a way for you as a driver or as somebody in the community to let someone know that I am uncomfortable with police interactions and to please look out for me. So that was my issue, is that one, I was worried when I was having to have interactions with police officers. I wanted to also watch out for other people, but I didn't know if they wanted me to stop or a way to do that safely for myself, but also for them. So this is a way for you to, it's kind of like a beacon and like a reminder as you're driving and you see someone pulled over, you see that decal, you're like, okay, this person's saying, please watch out for me. And so you can safely record the instance. If nothing happens, then great. But if something were to occur, you can take that footage and send it over to KUSP so that we can go ahead and get it out to the proper channels and make sure that everyone ultimately just makes it home safely. We've obviously seen a variation of different things that have happened over these years. And so this is just a starting point and obviously a stepping stone. And I hope that outside of just police interactions, that it turns into just a community initiative. And so that when we have functions in each city, we can wear the colors. When someone is out in public, you know that they're from your city. You can like say, hey, if their tire is messed up on the side, you stop and acknowledge them because you're just a reminder that they are part of your community and that together is the only way that we're going to accomplish things. So as you can see too on the screen, that it is a color-coded system for the cities.
I have a question about that, because let's say it's color-coded for the cities, but Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters, hello there, she is not in the Hampton Roads area. So of course, Praying Couple Cooking Series, they're in here chatting it up. The husband is a DJ, right? DJ Vince said, what's up, Corey? What it do? Our personal comedian. So they're not in the Hampton Roads area, but, and Giabba wanted to know how your black eye is, because something you probably said yesterday, he's like, I probably elbowed you. But anyways, all of these folks, they're like, oh, and thank you for putting in hashtag the home team praying couple cooking series.
So what Laquita's alluding to is like, this is you do have plans to expand this type of communication system outside of Hampton Roads, and how can people tap into that if they want to say, okay, I like what you're doing and I'd like to initiate some kind of decal system like that, decal alert system. How can they reach out to you, and what can they do, and how can you help them to initiate that in their communities?
Yes, definitely. So as this is broadening out in the Hampton Roads area, I do have hopes that it will also reach other localities. So whether it's other parts of Virginia, but also other cities and states away. So you can reach me at contact@wearekusp.com. You can always reach out to me, please, if you are an organization or a part of a community that you think that this would be valuable in. I'm definitely there to try to figure out a way that we can make it work and branch out to whatever localities are going to need it. And also, if there are any app developers on the line or anyone that knows, because that's the next frontier for this project and community initiative, is that we hope that we can turn it into an app and then make it more accessible to people as well.
Oh, with an app, we do have a solution for you with that. Of course, there are lots of ways to create an app from your current website. So I'll share some of those with you. Yes, definitely. Thunkable is one. That's a very popular one. Instead of Thinkable, it's Thunkable. So anybody listening in, Google Thunkable. So that way your current website, you can look at turning that into an app. If you have a Wix website, Wix already has a plugin so that people can turn their website into an app. But if you're using any other website, whether it's Google Sites or any other site, Thunkable is an option. So that way, for Rob Allbanks listening in, saying peace and love. Hey there, Rob. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I know everybody is putting in hashtag the home team, just like a praying couple cooking series. And everybody here is like, who's the beautiful lady on the screen? How exactly does this work, right? Because her slogan, her motto is
judged by 12.
Judged by 12, right? And so that means that whenever you go to the KUSP website, because of course, Gale at Night has been dropping all of those links, plus while everybody's putting in hashtag the home team, we do have scrolling at the bottom of the screen for people looking in like Wally. He got those eyes popping, Corey. Mm-hmm. Then you can see where to follow her. Now, if you're interested in supporting such a cause, because it's not just a one-man band, you've seen how she's connecting to the community. Go to the website, get the merch, right? Judged by 12. You can get t-shirts, you can get masks. No, those are not underwear. I think that's a mask.
It's a mask.
Yeah, it does say face mask. It looks like a cute
custom order if you need it.
Right. Different colors, all of those things right there on the website. So Judged by 12, because we don't want to be carried by 6, right? That's the whole point of the organization, keeping us safe and prosperous. And it is true. She's super gorgeous, Miriam is saying. And so, but y'all know she get it from her mama. That's how it works.
Right. I was just going to say, I was like, I'll let my mother know, because it's awesome.
EK wants to know, have you ever connected with Karen's World? Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not. What's up?
Okay, so that's definitely something to check out as well. Of course, if you all are looking for the merch, here it is. Gale at Night does have the link. All of these links, wearekusp.com. They're all in the video description. So this way, if you're not watching live later on, you still have access. You're not going to miss out.
Well, Jay, we're going to thank you for coming in today. We got more that you're going to be sharing with us. So we're going to put you in the virtual green room where you can enjoy some pixelated pineapples and some computerized cantaloupe and all the other fruits that you said you bought before. And then we'll bring you back for our first place pony, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Well, Laquita Marie, we've had our 5-minute story. We've met our guests for the day. It's time to kick this off by saying, let's go. Let's start the show with our Real Talk with Intabi Design intro.
Oh, darn. We haven't even started the show. Y'all, thank you. Wait, Corey, stop talking. I'm still, mentioning all the good things. Thank you all for being here. We haven't even started the show. So if you haven't already, put in hashtag the home team. And that way, once we start the show, we can get the first place pony going. Let's go.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
It's white.
everybody. I'm Corey the Blind Guy.
I'm his wife, Laquita Marie.
We let you into our life live every hump day. Bang, bang, bang to Friday. That's Wednesday.
Thursday.
Friday, yeah.
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And on this show, we're all about changing your narrative from normal about health,
business,
and wealth.
Today is no exception to the rule.
We introduce you to fabulous guests and other great tools that you can use to change your narrative from normal about health, business, and wealth. And today is no exception to the rules. You have met already Jay. She is the founder of Keeping Us Safe and Prosperous.
Her information scrolling right at the bottom of the screen. It's in the video description.
We'll be referring to that as KUSP for the rest of the show, so that you can understand that KUSP is the acronym for Keeping Us Safe and Prosperous.
Absolutely.
We're going to introduce, in this 1 hour talk show, we get to enjoy time with you, our home team, so you can ask questions in the chat.
Well, you know, they're already doing that
along the way.
It Takes a Village to Grow a Channel is here saying here with both of me, because you know she does have a couple of channels, and most people are like EK, they're sneaking in from work. So EK Kai Media, definitely we appreciate you watching in from work. And of course, we send our prayers and condolences to Praying Couple Cooking Series. They're traveling for a homegoing service for their cousin tomorrow. So we do appreciate you watching in.
Now, safe travels to Praying Couple Cooking Series.
And this is only a 1 hour show. Thank you, Wally, for that reminder. He was like an hour and 15 minutes. A 1 hour talk show where we talk to you, you talk to us, and of course in the replay, talk to us in the comments, visit all the resources that we provided, because we always provide resources. Today, policing the police.
Now you can get down with the Blind Guy's Wife, the Life Home Team, by remembering to bum rush the buttons.
That means thumbs up,
share, subscribe. And you can also be down with our home team by remembering to go to blindguyhiswife.com. And this is a great website built by Laquita Marie, and it has lots of different features. And we've added food games because you know we're about health, business, and wealth.
Absolutely.
So the food games are there that you can play, and there's also great video resources for recipes. And you can even shop our Amazon store to get the ingredients that you need to maintain your health, so that you can run your business and build your wealth.
Yep. So that means when you are there, like Corey said, you can see what's playing live this week. As soon as you head over there, look at the live show schedule. Everything is listed, and the calendar is there. So if you're ever wondering, you can just always get to the calendar right there from the site. So you can always watch the show there, and you can always enlarge any of the episodes so that way you can watch it directly on YouTube. Of course, under home, there are food games, because of course this is health, business, and wealth. We want to definitely keep you all healthy. I am a nurse. I have a lot of different certifications I've been working on and already have. So food is like the foundation for nutrition. I think Dr. Baxter Montgomery said that the other day when he was on Rip Esselstyn's show. So of course, there are lots of games and things here to educate you on food. And of course, our Amazon store, if you want to find the foods and tools that are mentioned in here.
Now, we had a great surprise yesterday. PWJ came over and he sampled some plant-based treats. He also got some good coffee. And speaking of good coffee...
Well, you know, G. Albert said it was good to see him yesterday on the show. Philip's laughing at him, but yes.
So we have definitely got some testimonies. So PWJ, you can let everybody know in the chat how you enjoyed your plant-based treats. Y'all know he's
always threatening to come in. He actually showed up and got some food.
Snuck out with a container of Laquita's homemade delicious bean dip.
It was actually lentils. They were small red lentils. So Danique Anthony, another Jamaican, Corey, they are rolling in here today. He says, "Good day, beautiful people. Salute." So hey there, good to see you. Make sure you put in hashtag the home team, because we're about to bring our beautiful guest back in to help us with our not our plant-based treat. I saw, you know what? EK said food always. And I was going to say plant-based treat. Thank you, Gail at Night, for dropping the link to that site.
So we're going to bring Jay back in right now so that we can go saddle up and ride in our first place pony derby. So
welcome.
All right. So Jay, thank you for being here again today to represent your business, KUSP, Keeping Us Safe and Prosperous. Now, KUSP, that's been something that you've been working on and building, but you have a background in project management. And so tell us, how has your background in project management played along? Because there are lots of people out here with different talents, whether it's media creations, whether it's voiceover work, whether it's being a professional moderator, look at tech people. How were you able to
Praying
take
Couple Cooking Series? The husband is a DJ. So there's
DJ,
another one.
right.
Yes. And they also said congratulations on the 3K. Thank you. We appreciate that.
So with all those different talents, you've been able to take your professional skills and turn them into your own business. So how did that work for you for project management?
Yes. So basically, when dealing with different organizations and businesses, just trying to build partnerships there, because again, together is the only way. So in that, I really feel like the circulation of the Black dollar needs to, in our direct community, come from obviously the community, organizations, and then businesses, but also to solve their common needs and everything like that. So it's very important to we come together, we partner, we're all from different walks of life, but to be able to focus our efforts and our passions towards the common good. So I've really been able to network with some amazing different organizations, but to also figure out ways to uniquely or just every day to be able to partner those three entities together to make sure that we are a constant flow of the economic dollar within Hampton Roads specifically, but also thinking about how we can create some type of game plan for, even nationally going forward.
All right.
So, this is good stuff, because you said community is the only way, or partnership. How did you say that?
Together is the only way.
Together is the only way.
That's a whole nother t-shirt right there.
Yeah. and that's the reason why I'm asking, because I noticed that part of your resources, part of the way you help the community part of the way you help the community keep us safe and prosperous is by doing just that together, partnering with other organizations. And in this way, like you said, you've seen from traveling with your mother being a military police, you've seen the different interactions with groups around the world. And so that's where you said, people interact with the police differently. However, together is the only way that we can keep us safe and prosperous. And so with your project manager experience, you said, let me start this organization, let me keep others safe and prosperous. And this is not a volunteer effort. A lot of people think it's a nonprofit or you want to do good work. And so you're just volunteering, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the ways, because that's the question that a lot of us are trying to figure out. What are some of the ways that you partner and that you make sure you're paid so that other people because all of us are are solving problems. All of us are answering things. Like yesterday for Philip Waldo Jr., he came over hungry and tired, and we gave him food and coffee. He says the food was great, the coffee was exceptional. So
that's that French press coffee. That's not that's not Folgers Maxwell House in the coffee, Mr. Coffee Pot. This is like French press coffee.
Yes. Oh wow! Thank you so much. See, EK is keeping us profitable. So tell us some of the ways. Thank you so much for that super chat, EK.
Thank you, EK.
Yes. Tell us some of the ways that you have monetized this so that it makes sense for you, so that you're not simply just running yourself ragged, partnering with organizations, but it's beneficial for all sides. How does that work? Can you give us some insight?
Yes, I mean, outside of creating merch and different things like that, obviously, it's also about in that partnership and feeding off each other. So a lot of the reason why I started even the service, I think one of the services that we offer is the our mutual network, which basically in our love bags, which are deliverables of tangible and intangible resources, right? So in that, it's not about recreating the wheel. I think the issue that we actually have is that we have too many wheels and the car's still not running. And so I wanted to actually be those axles to try to get those pieces and that engine in the car going, essentially. So in that, it's about looking at the resources that are available and having the client or the community person that basically is like, okay, I need these things. Why, instead of them going outside of their network, why not elevate the networks that are already available to the citizens and have them offer these other services as well, and connecting the dots in that.
So wait a minute, because you're saying these I'm showing pictures of some of the things that you're giving. You're not just saying, hey, we're giving people stuff. Like, we're looking at bags on doorknobs. We're looking inside the bags. We see toiletries. We see cleaning supplies, hygiene products. We see boxes of food by people's door. So And I even see somebody's foot. So this is a real.
Yeah, it was a real person.
Right.
Delivering feet.
It's a real person. It's a real person.
So you don't.
They were like, they actually reminded me to take the picture. They were like, please take a picture so they could like share it and have.
Wow. So, okay, I just wanted to show that like you're actually providing services. Like this is the real thing. So, EK is also asking if I do host, that's me and you, Corey. Do you know the one time I was really mistreated and harassed by a police? Oh, wow. He was a brother. It was a really bad experience.
Yeah, and I think Jay can attest to this. When most people want to make the police interactions, based on, black and white, but it really is more about blue and whoever they're dealing with, because I have stories, lots of stories that people have shared with me about police interactions that didn't involve, it wasn't based on race because the officers looked like us. And so it's more about the people in blue and their interactions with the community as a whole. Would you agree with that, Jerry?
Yes. I think when people saw, especially like my decal initiative, they assume that, oh, she's anti-police and she's like coming for, the badges and all that. And it's like, it's really not that. Obviously, again, my mother was a police officer, so I do have a respect for not only authority, but that position. The problem that I'm seeing is that there is a huge abuse of that power. And then also it's the fact of like, you're expecting someone to do everything. And I think if nothing else, if you can't maybe put your self in the shoes of like the police officer, it's most people understand being overworked and underpaid, right? And so in that, a lot of the times then frustrations, I think from me and my organization, is that we're trying to facilitate a way that we can have, again, in the interim of waiting for the policy and the reform and all of that, what are we going to do? Because we still are fearful, we still are dying, and we still need something to happen. And so in that, I would say is that, it's fine that you want to be militarized. It's fine that you want to come in like Rambo. The issue is that you then can't be the first line of defense for the common everyday person, because there's a lot of gray or a lot of things between coming in with tanks. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of in between. And I think there's about building those systems in place so that way, when we do call you in, if you are going to come in because you see value in your position, and okay, we can do that. So if that's the case and you're not going away, then maybe we need to set up some levels before they reach you, so that way when you do come, we understand why you're coming, right? Because we've seen instances both ways where there have been issues that have been in most people's eyes that would agree that, we look at January 6th, or we look at just everyday mass shootings happening and the people walk away unscathed. And it's like, it's interesting in those regards, because you're like, those are the times we're expecting the tanks, we're expecting all of this thing, and it just doesn't show up. So I think that there's just that disconnect there. But also I would say that we need to start looking at it's our community in general. And I think there's value in examining how other insular communities are able to operate within a national scope or even locally. I am a proud Jew, and in that you can see within the Orthodox community, essentially, also Mormons, you can see, Native American reserves. There's just different ways and different structures on how being insular and how feeding off each other and making sure that our dollar really hits all the marks within our community, that we can that have value, and that we need to evaluate to go forward to make sure that, again, that we are looking out for our best interests, but also just making sure that that we just have a game plan for ourselves, but also how we work together, but also work within the bigger construct of whether it's our city, our state, and our country. So, yeah.
And this is on both sides, like you're saying. It's not just, like, say, for example, Richmond is watching in. So Richmond is an average citizen, right? Hey, Richmond, good to see you. Richmond is not a police, but it means for Richmond as well as the other side, the police as well. We need both sides, because, for, let's just say, Philip, he crashed the show yesterday, right? He showed up. And while he was like, hey, Philip is equal to Uncle Phil, that brother is tall. And he's like, yeah, I'm 6'3". Philip is 6'3". So for him, his experience might be different, right? Than someone like you or myself. We're smaller people, we're shorter people. Now, Snuggles, we still don't know what size Snuggles is, okay? Snuggles say she's a lady, but hey, all I know is we don't know the size. But the point is,
Snuggles is a fabric softener teddy bear.
The whole point is on both sides, we want that understanding. So this way we don't end up where with EK, like a situation there where things escalate and it's just a bad situation.
And not defending anything that's happened in the past, but again, the slogan goes both ways. The police officers don't want to be carried by 6 either. They rather go be judged by 12 and be carried by 6. But unfortunately, like Jay, like you were saying, that does lead to some pretty. That can also lead to abuse of power as well. So definitely, that's what KUSP is doing, keeping us safe and prosperous.
Well, Mars Entertainment presents The Den says KUSP is an amazing platform. Salute to this queen. Thank you for that. You got a fan there.
Now, Jay, I got to ask you this question.
We got to do the first place.
I know that. Before we do that, Jay. If your mother was military police and you ever did something to get in trouble and you got jacked up, could you claim police brutality?
You know what? That's very interesting. I probably should have a few times. It was already the wrath of just a Black mom in general. I think
your mom looks so sweet.
Rolling up to the house in a police car. I think like I was covered. At the end of the day, I couldn't do much because they wouldn't believe me. She's like, no. They're like, everyone's always like, she's so sweet. She's so. I'm like,
yeah. We're looking at the pictures right here. This is your mom on her birthday. Yeah. Look how sweet your mom looks, girl. We don't believe that she was anything other than wonderful.
Right. No, and she is. She's great. She's actually. We are launching in honor of all of her amazingness and everything. One of the biggest things that she likes to do is she likes to help. She's obviously in that line of work, social working, and otherwise. But we're going to be launching Sunshine's Closet, which is going to be a service for either nonprofits or just the community if they need outfits for uniform or for interviews and such like that, formal events. We would be able to rent those out for them, and so it's just a way for us to make things accessible for people. I don't want the main reason that you don't go in for a job interview or take the next step forward because you don't have something in your closet or you don't have food in your belly or any of those reasons. So let's just go ahead and nip that in the bud. So I'm just hoping that this is just another great venture for us to help the community with.
Nice. All right. This is wonderful. We, of course, Gale at Night is dropping all of your links. So if any of you wondering, like, who is this lovely lady? It is Jade of KUSP, of We Are KUSP, keeping us safe and prosperous. So, of course, Gale is dropping your Facebook links, your Instagram links, your website. So this way, if you all would like to buy any of that merch, of course, you can also buy the decals. They are also on the website as well. But right now, it is time for
the first place pony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the horse race announcement, Jay. And when I say bring, when I make that gate sound, bring, then you're going to say, and they're off, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the way this works, y'all, if you have not already put in hashtag the home team, put it in really quick because y'all know this is a 1 hour show. We're getting very close to that 1 hour mark. We're only about 20 minutes away, 18 really. But in order to win this first place pony, that means you'll get something now, but our lovely guest is going to give you something later.
If you stick and stay.
Yes. And so in about 10 minutes, you'll get another giveaway. Let's go for it.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another run of the Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life Live. First place pony derby. All the jockeys are mounted and ready to ride. Jay, when KUSP gets involved in any police community interactions and they save the day, what do you say about the handcuffs? Bring!
And they're off.
All right, Melissa Jane, TWP Popcorn, OG Patrice, Mary Mighty Paul Drew, Praying Couple Cooking Series, TWP Popcorn, G. Albert, Philip Waldo Jr., G. Albert, TWP Popcorn, G. Albert, Melissa Jane! And look, Mary Mighty Paul Drew was like, I definitely win. I'm sorry, but hey, someone else has taken it today. Melissa Jane is the winner. Congratulations to you on winning first place pony. Can you please congratulate Melissa Jane for winning first place pony?
Congratulations, Melissa Jane. Yay! Bum, 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 bum.
Thank you. We do have Mary Mighty Poju congratulating her, and I know, right? Couldn't win today, but TW Popcorn is also congratulating, as well as Ntombi K. Y'all know Ntombi K is visually impaired as well. She's in South Africa. Check her channel out. It was sort of like with Corey. She could see And then all of a sudden, one day while she was taking exams, her vision like went out, came back. It's interesting, but she is thriving. So yeah, and Tombi K is congratulating, sending some love. And Philip loves your air horn. He says, Jay is rocking sound effects.
Jay, we're gonna pop you back into the virtual green room again while we take a coffee break, and then we'll bring you back to finish out the interview and let everybody know that we are KUSP, letting everybody know how you're keeping us safe and prosperous. Okay?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you soon. You know, Mary Madipoju says, "Oh wow," talking about Ntombi K. I found her on. I can't say her name. Relebogile is the way I say it. That's not how you say it, y'all. Because in the South African dialect, you got to add something else that I'm not used to doing. So, anyways, check Ntombi K out, man. And Relebogile is the way I say her name, but that's not right. She's like the Oprah of South Africa. That's all I'm gonna say. Her talk show is amazing. But y'all know Melissa Jane, Gail at Night, has dropped her link because she is the winner of the first place pony giveaway. She's currently doing a retirement series showing you all how to benefit from your 401k and all of those good things. So definitely check her out. And Mary Madipoju, check her out too, because she's off to a premiere, probably telling us about another grant. So like Jay of We Are KUSP, this is another way that she can have that profitable project management, applying for those grants that Miriam is telling us about. Philip is congratulating her too, but hey, are we into the coffee break already?
Time for a coffee break, guys. We definitely want to say thank you for joining us on this episode of The Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live, here for you every Wednesday.
Thursday.
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we are here because of you, our home team. So you can always go to blindguyswife.com and remember to click the green coffee cup so she can say,
"What you doing?"
I can say, "Girl, you know what I'm doing. I'm fitting to be judged by 12 and not carried by 6 because I'm gonna stir it like coffee."
Yes, you all know what to do. Join the home team. Head on over to blindguyhiswife.com. That is where you will see that little coffee cup. When you see the little green coffee cup down in the corner, you click it, it opens a widget, and that's how you can support this production by 1, 3, 5 coffees. But like we said, Corey has been blind for over 25 years. So we always put that in as an example. Of course, AJ, Tarsha from Triple Threat Firearms and Defense, a Love and Live show, Sandra Green, Bravo with Sheila, Ladies Let's Chat. We are definitely in gratitude to you.
You can also have a deeper relationship with us by becoming one of our fabulous sponsors. And today we want to thank our sponsors that have chosen us. This broadcast is being brought to you in part by promotional considerations paid for by the following unmuted sponsors.
All right. Thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate you.
Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks. Supreme sponsor, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University. Supreme sponsor, JDWR. Check out his YouTube channel. Supreme sponsor, Cardio Conversation. Supreme sponsor, Sandra Green. You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. And, you know, we're about to get right back into our guest because Matrell on a Mission is here from Egypt. I think she might still. Oh, hold on a second, Corey. I think I must have autoplay on because there is a video playing in the background. I'm like, wait, why is that playing? Okay. So basically, we do have an answer. Matrell on a Mission, you know, she's chit-chatting with us, but EK sounds like me because I get stopped a lot for speeding. And EK, you look good, but you're not as cute as me, so this is probably what happened. He says his issue, because I get out of my tickets like by smiling. I got a cute picture on my driver's license. I think that's helped before. He says, my issue was I was declined to sign for a speeding offense, and I ended up, in handcuffs since I don't use U.S. laws. Bad trauma when I see the blues. Man, that's crazy, right?
Yeah,
and depending on which country you're in, and I will say there's a different treatment for men and women, and so cute or not, or handsome or not, it's messed up, and that's where We Are KUSP is helping us out so that we change that
prosperous.
Yes, and change that conversation for both the men in blues as well as the citizens on the other side. So let's get KUSP back in here, because we do currently have our sponsors scrolling at the bottom of the screen to say thank you to them. But it's time to get guest Jay back in here to finish up the show.
All right, guys. Again, thank you for joining us on Blind Guys White Their Life Live, where we change the narrative of normal when it comes to health,
business,
and wealth. And we do that by introducing you to fabulous guests, such as today's guest. Come down, selector. Bring in the music.
Ooh, okay.
Now, today's fabulous guest is no exception to the fabulous guest rule. This young lady is keeping us safe and prosperous. That means she's out there in the community doing what all the Agoje did in the Woman King. She's out there protecting people like the daughter of Elijah did for the Black Panther. That was, by the way, inspired by the Agoje and the Woman King. She is out there making sure that the world is a safe place. She is the African American Wonder Woman. It's time.
She is cute.
For today's featured guest is none other than Jay of We Are KUSP.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. She came in with the parade wave and everything, Corey.
Thank you. That was great. I love that intro. I need to bottle that, and I need that to be like my intro for everything.
I know Corey does the best intros, and so this is the good thing. You are here helping us with these conversations between the police, the people, because like EK said, he meant the U.S. laws. He wasn't familiar with those U.S. laws. Mm-hmm. So he was like, the misunderstanding was on both sides, but it did not work out well for him. Mm-hmm. Philip Waldo Jr. is saying, welcome to the show today. We want to hear more about.
So today we're talking about, we've already talked about your merchandise a little bit. Let's talk more about how merchandise helps to fuel what's going on in the We Are KUSP organization. So
profitable partnerships. Let's hear it.
Profitable partnerships, because you're also on the board of directors that of different organizations as well. So that's bringing you together with people that are like-minded. So how are those profitable, in addition to the merchandise, how are those profitable partnerships working out for you? And what are you doing with those?
Yes, so like you mentioned, I'm on the board of Gina's iFeed, which is a nonprofit organization that was also a member of our cohort team. Yes, we're run by Gina Harris, and they do amazing work, basically just doing prepared meals for the community. And so there was a need, obviously, to expand that, to put that out as best possible. As I was building the service for the Mutual Network for KUSP, I was looking at all different organizations and what they offer and how I could help to link those networks together. And so within that and doing work with her and her organization, we were just like, why don't we just continue to work together? This is awesome. This is a great vibe. So with that, I came on board. And so since then, we've been able to just deliver more meals and expand on that. She currently delivers to 3 cities in Hampton Roads, and then I will cover the rest of the orders and things like that. She's also been able to help with our community feeds. So we're doing monthly community feeds through the summertime, and basically where we're going out into the community, doing 100, 200 meals, cleaning up the community, bringing out resources, and just bringing the mutual aid and the resources that are needed out into the community directly. So in that.
So wait a minute, all these boxes of food and stuff that I'm showing right here, this is part of that delivery system.
Yes,
because this is on your Instagram, of course. Gail at Night is dropping all of the links, and we're looking at, Corey, trays of food, styrofoam containers, so that way there are individualized portions for people as they deliver. So this way, the Omaya girls, for example, she's Kenyan, right? And so she's watching, she's saying hello, and so for her, if she wants to partner with an organization in her area, this is a way for her to do the same thing as well.
Right.
Get with an organization that's already making it happen. And so that joint ventureship really makes it look, she's like, wow. She's like, y'all are doing the thing,
And that's the best way to do it. I think, again, there's so many wills that are already there. It's just about connecting them. And the biggest thing that I see is that, you know, one, letting people work within whatever network they're comfortable in, because if that person speaks their language, they're already vibing, they already understand their needs, just let them go there and let you as the head of that network just kind of extend it and elevate your brand that way.
Right.
And partnership is also just about carrying the load, you know, and everyone being able to work directly in their zone of genius. And I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of times, whether you're a solopreneur or just an entrepreneur, whatever you want to call yourself, you're chief everything officer, and a lot of times you want to take on all of the roles. But if you can really focus down and really just focus your passion and your efforts on the things that you do best, and whatever you're not the best at, or whatever services that you want to provide, but maybe you just want to just add that to whatever you're already offering, it's only going to elevate your brand and what you offer by also letting you work directly in what you're already good at and offering somebody else that's also passionate about their zone of genius to then directly affect that. So
no, SoniaTube is like, she's loving it. SoniaTube is in Namibia. She's one of those people like you. The first time I met her, even though she was in Namibia and I'm here, she was talking about what you were saying, collaborating with people, but working with wherever they were already best in. And so it's, go ahead, Corey, you were going to say something?
Partnerships are key, like especially if you're a nonprofit organization applying for a grant. Those granting agencies want to see who you partner with strategically to get your information out, to get your project out and up and running. Same thing with bank loans. Bank loans want to see, well, what do you already have? What are you bringing to the table as far as other partners that are involved in this investment plan, so that we can see if this is what we want to do. We want to give you that money to actually expand your business. Investors want to see the same thing. So partnerships is key, whether it's nonprofit or for profit. Always look to tap into other people that are in your network to grow that network so that you can be more profitable.
Now, I know that we're coming down to the final part of our hour.
So hashtag we are KUSP.
Hashtag we are KUSP, because I do want to hear one more thing with these profitable partnerships. I know that there is an article or a news segment that you had sent where explain to us a little bit about what this was all about. I think this is where local groups clean up the neighborhood, they give away stuff and all of those good things. I'm just going to enlarge this a little bit and let it play in the background, because this is something that your organization was involved in, correct?
Yes. So and that was one of our community feed or outreach events that we did, where we partnered with Stop the Violence 757. One of the initiatives that we also have is the 2 Seconds initiative, which is basically just about teaching gun violence awareness and how quickly your life can change when a gun is involved. So when one of those things, the major things we're doing is handing out gun locks. So we partner with Stop the Violence 757, who actually, the president of that organization, her son was actually killed in that location in Portsmouth in a drive-by shooting. And so it was very a powerful event for all of us to come together in honor of that, but also bringing those resources to the community. So we were able to, like I said, bring out the gun locks. We were able to feed the community. We cleaned up the community. We just added value and brought those things directly to where it was needed the most. And it was a big partnership event. And it was really nice to just come out and just show a force of what we can do together. And so it was a great event.
Nice. This is good stuff. And so, of course, like you're saying, you had so many resources, and that's one of the ways that you were, partnering with other organizations. So this way, everybody was happy. It was profitable for the people that received a gun lock. It was profitable for the people that were fed that day. It was profitable because it's keeping us safe and prosperous. Our audience here, they are chatting it up. Of course, Philip does have We Are KUSP. So you all make sure you hashtag We Are KUSP. Now, the Love and Live show is listening in from Oregon. And so they're excited about this content, I'm sure, because Favorite Nephew is, so this particular channel, you got Queen Lenora, that's the lady in the icon, and then Favorite Nephew, his name is Elijah. He's a young man, right? 18 years old. And so he could be one of those people out here that's like affected in some way, you know what I mean, by police violence or gun violence. And we don't want that. Snuggles wants us to drop the link, but y'all know what we do, Snuggles. You got to first put your telephone number and email right there in the chat so I can know where to send it. I can text it to you. I can email you the link. Do that. I'll send you the link. in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up, the Omaya girl. She's following Gail at Night's instructions to give us a thumbs up. And Philip is asking, was KRS-One there for Stop the Violence? He's like, hey, who was out there that day?
No, that'd been awesome.
I know, right? So here's the thing. Motrell on the Mission has it. Hashtag We Are KUSP. Everybody's putting it in because the Omaya Girls is impressed. She says, that's an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yes. And like I said, she is Kenyan. I can't remember where she is right now. I can't remember if she's in the UK or in Kenya, but Love and Live Show is agreeing. So true. Worried about that with my nephew and my sons. You know what, Snuggles? We know this ain't the right number. You don't even have an area code. How are we going to know who to... Let's get on to the giveaway. Once they put in We Are KUSP, what are they going to win? Because you're pretty active out here on social media. You're going to do what for them?
I am going to give them a shout out on the platform. I'm going to post this to the page and just thank them for not only watching, but also participating in this giveaway. And if they are in the Hampton Roads area, then you will get a free reflective decal from KUSP in honor of your participation in watching this. And thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Nice. This is good. So, you know, Mary Madipoju is back from her premiere. So y'all, she's just in time to win. If Snuggles win, this is going to be a trip. Snuggles got hashtag We Are KUSP. That's the way you do it.
If Snuggles wins, I want to see a picture.
I know, right? We've been, look, Snuggles, talking about, you better shout me out. We got you, Snuggles. We got you. And so hopefully Wally wants to win. He's like, ah, shucks, my win is in the bag. Let's go for it. How are we going to do this? Look, Gail at Night talking about text Snuggles at 777-931.
That's funny.
So I'm going to count you in. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. And then Jay, you're going to say We Are KUSP.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to pull it up so that way everybody always says I rig it up, but I'm not rigging it. It's right here. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
We Are KUSP.
All righty, here we go. Philip Walter Jr., Motrell on the Mission, Love and Live Show. Snuggles, Snuggles in there. Wally too. Go on, Wally. Wally just like it because she's cute. TWP Popcorn, Philip Walter Jr., Love and Live Show, Snuggles 668. Motrell on the Mission.
Motrell on the Mission.
Yes.
Social media shout out from We Are KUSP.
Hey.
So congratulations, Motrell on the Mission. So Jay, it's been wonderful having you here. And can you tell everybody where to go if they're looking to find you?
Look, wait. We got to give the acceptance speech. Yay. That's Motrell on the Mission.
Go Motrell.
I know, right? And you know what? I did not post. Thank you for that sound effect. I didn't post our first winner. She did have a thank you message also. Melissa Jane said, learn how to retire ready on the Melissa Jane Show, because that is what her platform is. The series on her platform is all about. Retire ready. Don't just retire and then start looking around wondering where the money coming from. Right. Retire ready. So Snuggles, this is not rigged. You people do not want to see a bear make it.
We're trying to hold the bears down, man.
Hard. Look, Gail at Night has definitely added Motrell on the Mission's link because Motrell is going to get a shout out. So definitely Motrell on the Mission is doing wonderful things. The Omaya Girls is happy for her. Wally is a little bit salty, but at least the Love and Live Show, she's a good sport. They play a lot of games on their show. They give amazing shout outs. So how do we, what were you going to say, Corey, about the...
So let everybody know how, where they can go to plug into We Are KUSP.
Yes, so you can find We Are KUSP on all platforms. So We Are KUSP, Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter, but probably the social media otherwise. And then wearekusp.com too. And if you need to email me again for the Crown Project, if you want to do the Croc Center, if you want to vend at it, if you want your kid to attend the program, if your child is outside of 713, please contact me either way. There's tons of organizations and programs that we can try to get you involved in or attached to. And then any other events, please contact us so that way we can make sure that you know what's going on. So
wonderful.
If you're looking to do some similar initiatives in your community, especially with those decals, you can contact Jay at all this information as well. Jay, you got one last.
Why TWP Popcorn to my fund me in the club? I know that's right.
So we're gonna ask you one last question before we put you backstage. Again, Jay, what fruits and vegetables have you eaten today or plan to eat today?
Today, I ate a chopped salad. So it was just like greens, and then it had like some apples in it and some like sunflower seeds. It was really good.
Nice. Okay, good stuff.
So Jay, we're gonna get you to go. We're gonna put you backstage again. Hang out there till the broadcast is over, and we'll talk to you once everything is said and done. But thank you for being a great guest today.
Yay! Thank you, guys.
All right, we will see you soon, Jay. All right, Corey. She is hanging out in the green room, and you know my favorite food. That is what we're featuring. Kind of boring for some people on a Friday. However, it will keep you eating fruits and vegetables at every meal, especially the most important meal of the day.
It's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Outstanding oatmeal.
The main ingredients are oats and milk. We're going to add our bonus ingredients, which is fruits and nuts, craisins, a couple of pears, and walnut. Get some craisins into the bag. These are just dried cranberries. The cranberries play a key role in skin and joint health. They help prevent and treat urinary tract infections. So let's get our oats. You want to use old-fashioned or quick cook. Oats are among the most nutrient-dense foods, loaded with important vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. It also helps prevent asthma in children when fed to young infants. Just cover it and let it cook on medium. Don't let it bubble over. Gonna get our pears sliced. Take the core out. Pears are high in fiber and antioxidants, which reduce the risk of developing cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and diseases like dementia.
Add the pears, cook on medium until they get soft.
Add this banana here. Bananas have a chemical that preserves your memory, boosts your ability to learn and remember things, and regulates your mood. Also improves the symptoms of inflammatory bowel disease. We'll add cinnamon, about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon has been used to treat coughing, arthritis, and sore throats, and some types of fungal infections. Finish it with the walnuts. Walnuts are nutrient-dense, providing heart-healthy fats to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and heart attack. You can add sugar.
Sweeten the oatmeal to your taste.
To finish this off with some hemp seeds.
I like the oatmeal. It was creamy, and I like the bananas. It was soft and crunchy.
All right.
All right, we've counted you down to the weekend with the best 1 hour of your day. And let's see if there are any closing comments from our community of home team members.
Motrell on a mission just put leftover oatmeal in her smoothie. So y'all.
Did you use that Braun mixer, Motrell?
Oh yeah, Motrell did buy the Braun mixer from our Amazon store. So y'all check out the Amazon store. We got affordable resources there for you. So on YouTube said it looks yummy. And of course, Gail at Night is putting the link to the plant-based treat site. Of course, you can find a lot of these resources on blindguyhiswife.com as well, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen with all of our sponsors. How do we get out of here today, Corey? Because it is good. It is Friday. Oh, Motrell said she did use the Braun mixer.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
Motrell on a mission with the Braun mixer.
Thank you, Gail, for dropping the link. So
Motrell
that way you guys...
mixer.
Motrell on the mixer. You guys know where to, you all know where to find it right there. blindguyhiswife.com or blindguystores.com/Amazon. Because y'all know we're storytellers. You heard the stories at the beginning of the show. I hope you're enjoying those. How do we say goodbye?
We are going to say goodbye the same way that, let's see, who haven't I talked about in a while? Let's see. We're going to say goodbye the same way that TWP Popcorn would say goodbye.
Oh, yeah, because he said, find me in the club. Not fund me, find me in the club.
We're going to say goodbye the same way that TWP would say goodbye if he was approached by a woman at the club that demanded that he buy her some expensive drink. He would just look at her, say puff, and deuces.